I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to start off with a repurchase. And I bought several of these, but they just always seem to be dirty. So I got two more because they're only $4, and these are the e.l.f. Brow Lift Applicators. They look like this right here. I believe Anastasia Beverly Hills was the first kind of brand that came out with one of these, and it's much more expensive. These are just as good. It's got a little spoolie on one end. I tilt mine, like they come straight, but I like it with a little bit of an angle, so I just bend it over, and then the other side is a flat spatula. So I really like to use brow soap to get my hairs to stand up and kind of get that laminated brow look, and so that's what I use the spatula for, and then I just use the other end to mix with the brow soap. So again, mine are always dirty, so I got two more. $4 a piece, kind of can't beat it. I also picked up the new KVD full sleeve long and defined tubing mascara. The packaging looked really pretty, the wand looked really interesting, and I like the claims behind it. It says on the packaging it's a long and defined tubing mascara. There's 0.37 fluid ounces of product in here, and this one is made in Luxembourg. I don't think I've had any other products made in Luxembourg, so that's interesting, but the packaging on this is very pretty. I got the ink black, which I think is the only shade. How fun though. I still wish for a really pretty burgundy mascara. The L'Oreal Telescopic Lift one that I got is so dry. It's kind of hard to use, but I love the color. The blue one, I don't have that problem with. I think it's called Stellar Blue. But the burgundy one is very dry. So anyway, I do like this mascara. I do have it on with a pair of falsies today, and no flaking, no smudging. It didn't kind of comb out my lashes as much as like the L'Oreal Telescopic wand, but it volumized pretty well. And I do still prefer the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift, but this is a nice mascara. It's got a really pretty packaging. It's not very often that I buy a higher end mascara because drugstore mascaras are so good, like why pay the extra money, you know? But there's just something kind of drawing me to it, so I got it. It's got this really pretty, again, packaging on it and an interesting wand. It is one of those hard rubber bristle brushes, but it does have a little bit of flex to it. Not as much flex as the Sky High from Maybelline, and I actually prefer the more stiff bristle on the wand. Like the Telescopic Lift is pretty firm, but it's got an interesting applicator. And again, it lengthened and it volumized, but it didn't separate and lengthen quite as much as the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. And again, this is what I've got on my lashes today. No flaking, no smudging, so that's always good for me. And again, this is the new KVD full sleeve long and defined tubing mascara right here. And then I got the new Tower 28 Serum Concealer, because you guys know my thing with concealers. I just love trying new concealers. So I got 1.0 BH is the shade, which is the lightest shade that is available, and I almost got the 2.0 light with neutral cool undertones because I love a cool tone concealer, but for whatever reason I was thinking that these concealers were going to run darker, but this one is pretty light. It is the concealer that I've got underneath my eyes today, and I do really like the consistency of it. It is a medium, I would say, to full coverage concealer. It blends out really nice, quite seamless actually, with a really good coverage to it, and it doesn't feel drying or anything like that, but it is pretty light. I was kind of shocked. I didn't expect it to be that light because I have purchased the lightest concealers from several brands and they're not that light, but this one is, so I'm kind of leaning towards getting the 2.0 shade BU, which is the light with neutral cool undertones, to see if that one, for one, is a little bit more cool, and for also it's just a little bit deeper than this one. But I do really like the consistency of it. So this guy here has got 0.22 US fluid ounces, and it is made in Italy. This is what the box packaging looks like on that guy, and it says on here, weightless serum concealer has the power to visibly cover dark circles, hyperpigmentation, and redness. Designed for sensitive skin, the non-irritating formula helps hydrate and smooth textured skin without silicones, which I just really like those claims, and again, I really like this formula, so I probably will end up getting the 2.0 with the pink, because this is a pretty light shade for me. So again, this is BH. This is what the packaging looks like, just a kind of a nice standard concealer packaging with the doe foot applicator, and then I'll give a swipe right there and kind of blend it out so you can see that it's got really good coverage for being super lightweight and comfortable as well. Like, pretty good, you know. So yeah, I'm leaning towards getting the 2.0 shade in addition to this guy right here, because it's very nice. And again, that's the serum concealer, the new serum concealer from Tower 28 right there, and that is BH. I also grabbed one of the new Give Feelin' Cheeky Amplifying Blush Duos. This is Gwen Stefani's brand, and the shade I got is Flirty Talk. So each shade is 0.1 ounce or 3 grams, because there are 2 shades inside of here, and this product here is made in Italy. So this is the box packaging. I always like the attention to detail there. And this is the Duo, standard with the rest of her product range. And this is the blush that I've got on my cheeks today. I've got a mixture of the two. I've got a little bit more of the deeper shade, which is this guy right here towards the back of the cheek, and then I mix them together to kind of move towards the front. And I really like the shade. It goes on really nice, it blends out nice, it's got nice pigmentation to it. This shade right here has got a little bit of a satin finish, and this one's like a satin matte. This one's just got a little more sheen than the other one, but there aren't any visible sparkles or shine or anything like that to it. The one thing that I'm not crazy about is this has got a pretty strong fragrance. It doesn't linger on the skin, but it's definitely there when you go to apply it. And it's not a terrible fragrance. It was just like kind of surprising, and like if this was a bottled perfume, it wouldn't be one that I could spray on because it would make me feel lightheaded. I can just tell. Again, it doesn't linger, and it's not like a terrible scent or anything like that, but I do want to make mention that it is in the product. So that is Flirty Talk Feelin' Cheeky Amplifying Blush Duo from Give. Should I like get them together and then blend them, because that's kind of the shade that I've got on, is this guy right here. And then I grabbed 2 styles of the new Lilly Lashes Invisible Band Half Lashes. These are their faux eyelashes. I got Enticing and Playful. And the top one, let me open them up. The top one is in Enticing, and then the bottom one is in Playful. And Enticing, I just wore them yesterday, and I wanted a little bit more oomph out of them, so I put some mascara on there, and I haven't washed them just yet. But the band on these lashes is super nice. I do kind of lean towards liking Enticing a little bit more than Playful, because it wisps out on the outer corner just a little bit more, and these ones are a little bit like more full kind of right there, as opposed to being on the outer corner. But they're both really pretty, like day wear style lashes, and super easy to apply. I think that they're a limited edition lash. I would love if Lilly Lashes came out with some half lashes that had a little bit more volume with this kind of a style to it, because that's my style. But I grabbed these guys. Again, these are the Invisible Band half lashes from Lilly Lashes, and this pair is Enticing, and then this pair right here is Playful. I also picked up the new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. This guy's got 16.7 grams or 0.589 ounces of product. And this one here is made in Italy. So this is Natasha Denona's latest eyeshadow palette. It's one of her midi palettes, and this is what the packaging looks like. The holes are in the back so that you can remove the shades, or you can just use a magnet as well. I like that all of her palettes do that, so you can like switch out the shades and stuff like that, or you know, do an all-encompass like magnetic palette situation. When I first saw this, I was like, man, like, give me something spicy, because it looks kind of bland at first glance, and then these are the kind of shades that the brand has come out with a lot. But that being said, and that aside, seeing some repetitiveness and stuff like that, the quality is there. And I really like that this palette does not have her creamy matte formula. I find that really kind of difficult to work with. These are just nice standard matte eyeshadows and some really beautiful sparkly shimmers and like kind of metallics in there, and they perform really, really well. And I've worn this palette quite a few times since I've gotten it, and I really enjoy the looks that come out of it. I love that there's a deep brown for the crease, some really pretty blend outs, nice highlights. It's an all-in-one for me. I can kind of use just this palette and get some really pretty looks out of it. So let's go ahead and give you guys some swatches so you can see whether or not it's something you might like. I also like that there's like those peachy warm shades mixed with cool shades and like some pinky colors. The cool with the pink kind of warms it up a little bit. Yeah, and the quality is definitely there. It's a really nice, cool neutral with some pops of warm palette. And then these guys. And then these next ones, we've even got a matte brow bone highlight in there if I want to go the matte route. It's just curated really, really well for how I like to do shadow. So I love that. And then these last three. This color here looks so pretty on the inner portion of the lid. Like, even though it's like neutral, you know, it's just, I don't know, there's something about this one in particular for being a neutral palette that's just really, really pretty. Let's give you a little once over there. So that guy right there is the new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I also picked up ColourPop's new Rock On Pressed Powder palette because I'm just drawn to all the ColourPop palettes. I'm getting better about not trying to collect like every single ColourPop palette that comes out, especially their smaller ones. But this one here, when I seen it inside of Ulta, it just looked really pretty. So I grabbed it. It looked like a really fun, like spicy palette. So this has got 9 grams or 0.3 ounces of product, and ColourPop products are made in the US, so that is what the packaging looks like. This one is in a cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure, and then of course these are magnetized in there so you can swap them out if you would like. This is also a one and done palette for me. That's another reason why I wanted to get it, because it's small and compact, and it's one and done. It's got a light shimmery brow bone shade, but I can also use this one underneath the brow if I want. Nice blend outs. It's curated really well for like a spicy warm shadow palette. And then these next ones. And then this last one, which is a nice deep matte brown, again for the crease. It's a good one. Really pretty palette from ColourPop there. Again, that is their new Rock On Pressed Powder palette right there. And that is everything that I got in that I purchased this week. I got in some amazing PR, one in particular being from one of my favorite indie brands, which is Nomad Cosmetics. And I just gotta show, like, they're just very environmentally friendly. They got the little like paper insert instead of plastic, and then they send the palette in one of these envelopes, which is made with 100% recycled paper. And I just like that. So their newest palette is called Ghost Town USA, which I was so excited when I kind of started seeing the theming of it on Instagram, because it's right up my alley. I love everything about the vibe of this palette as much as I love the Haunted Europe palette, which that is one of my favorite palettes in my collection, the Haunted Europe palette. I just absolutely adore that. So this one, since I got it, I have worn it every single day since then. I think I'm on the 6-day stretch, which for me, with all things considered, that's a lot to wear the same palette, you know what I mean? And this is actually the palette that I've got on my eyes today, and it's absolutely beautiful. So this is the box packaging right here. I don't even want to throw the box away. It says on the back, destination American Frontier, coordinates Haunted towns and abandoned mines. Inspiration, there's ghosts in them hills. I just noticed here too, it says proud supporter of birds of prey at the Peregrine Fund on the packaging, which I also like. And it says cruelty free and vegan, no parabens, phthalates, or mineral oils. And then all of their themed palettes come with like a postcard, which I like to keep. There are 18 shades that are 0.05 ounces per shade, or 1.5 grams, which is a lovely amount of product that you're getting. And this is manufactured at Nomad Labs in China, is what it says on the back. And this is your packaging. I mean, it's got horses on it, right? And it's so, so cool. So same style of packaging as their Haunted Europe, with that, you know, shift in there. I was this close to buying a backup of Haunted Europe. I still kind of wish I did, because there's really cute embossing on all of the shades, but I didn't, and they've discontinued it. So there's a pretty good size mirror in there as well. And then here are your shades. So you've got 18 of them. And this is a one and done for me as well. I can use this underneath the brow, which I did today, and on the inner corner. I've used this underneath the brow, and I've also used this one. And the shine on them is so like reflective that it looks highlighty, and it works like that. Initially, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get away with it, but doing that just made me love it even more. I just love all of the combinations that I've done with this palette. I've worn every single shade in here, and there is not a dud in the entire palette. So you can kind of see they're themed in like sixes, but I have mixed and matched throughout the whole palette, and I've again loved every look that has come out of this palette. So I'm going to kind of go down so we can stick to the color stories together a bit. The shiny shades are a little spongy, like you want to think something like ColourPop Super Shock, but not as squishy as those ones. And it suspends the most beautiful sparkle in those shades. This is another one, you guys, I may very well get a backup of this one. And I've ruined all the embossing, I think, on all the shades already, but I did post a picture beforehand on Instagram. So, and there's some really good pictures up on Instagram too if you want to see that. And then these next ones. It is so good. And those mattes, they blend out so easily. Very little fallout for me. I do always tap my brush off though. And then these next guys. I've got these two shades in the crease and blended out today. It is so pretty and unique as well. And then into these greens. Yeah, I can tell you already, this palette will be in, it'll be in my yearly favorites. I just love it. And then these last two. Put them right here. Let me grab a little bit more of this guy right here. Let's swatch that one kind of light. But there's like this, I don't know, this smokiness to the shades that are just absolutely stunning. Again, any pairing of the shades, the browns mixed with the purples or the greens and the warms or the blues and the warms, it just looks so, so pretty. So I want to give you guys a little bit better close-up. Yeah, I just love it. Again, this is what's on my eyes. And it is the Ghost Town USA palette from Nomad. And I love it. And a huge thank you to Nomad Cosmetics for sending this guy over to me. And then lastly, I got a PR package from Buxom, and they sent over 3 of their fall lip products that they just came out with. It says new and limited edition scented fall collection. Keep it spicy, Tara. This is what the card inside looked like. I didn't get the lipstick, but I did buy one of the lipsticks in this newer formulation, and I do really like it. I wish that there were some lighter nude shades in there because I did get the lightest one, but it's a pretty kind of medium nude on me. So I wanted to make mention that I do like that new lipstick formula from Buxom. The packaging is very fall inspired, which I really like as well. So these guys here, we've got 0.15 fluid ounces in the plumping lip polish, 0.14 fluid ounces in the plumping lip matte, and then 0.14 ounces in the plumping lip cream. And these guys here are made in the USA. I'll start with the full-on plumping lip polish because I do have that on my lips today. I went over the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in Haze with this gloss, so that's the combination that I've got on my lips. And I've always loved the Buxom lip products. The shine that they give is just a really wet, juicy shine on the lips, and I like that. They are a little bit thicker, tackier formula, but they stay on really well. So I put this on, I want to say like 2 hours ago, and I've drank quite a bit of water since then, and it's still there. I haven't touched up my lips since I started filming this video, so they have that longevity because they have that tack to them, you know. So this is, let me tell you what shade this is. This is Daisy Donut, and this one is the one that has some sparkles in it, and it's a warm, like autumn nude color. And I think it looks great over a bit of the Haze lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is a light nude with a pink undertone, but the combination looks pretty good, I gotta say. So, and then we've got the full-on plumping lip cream, and this is in Pumpkin Pie Latte. I'll just show you guys the packaging. I love the copper. So this one is similar formulation to it, but this one doesn't have the sparkle in it, and this has got more of a brown to it than the first one. And these do have, this one's got like a spicy scent to it, like the pumpkin scent. It's called Pumpkin Pie Latte. Let me smell Daisy Donut and see if they smell the same or a little bit different. Yeah, they're a little bit different. The Daisy Donut is a bit more of that sweet cookie kind of smell, and the Pumpkin Pie Latte is more of that spicy sweet smell. And these do have a bit of that tingling. That's where you get the plumping. But I don't find that it's overbearing. It doesn't hurt the lips or anything like that. It's just like this cooling sensation, I think. And then lastly, we got the full-on plumping lip matte, and this is in Cranberry Smash. So the cap on this one's got a little bit of a different kind of color to it. I just noticed that this one here is made in Italy. The other two are made in the USA. These guys are made in the USA. This one is made in Italy. This formula is one of those silicone mattes where you can get that blurring effect on your lips. You can build it up or shear it out as much as you want for as much like pop of color that you want. And this one here, it smells like the original Kat Von D lip glosses that came out when she first launched her brand. I still have those. They still smell exactly the same as the day that I bought them, and every once in a while I'll smell one of those and it will transport me 12 years ago. It's bizarre. But this smells like that, and I love this scent. I wish that there were more lip products that had this scent to it because I just absolutely love it. Lipsticks, lip glosses, I just love the smell of these. So again, this is Cranberry Smash right here. So you can see it's pretty full on right there, but I will blur it out for you guys so you can see that it does sheer out. And it's not one of those long wearing lip products like a liquid lipstick. It's one of those silicone lip products. So you can see it definitely moves, but it also has that blurring effect to it, which makes it really comfortable on the lips as opposed to like a long wearing lip product. So that guy right there is Cranberry Smash in the plumping lip matte formula right there, and I just love the smell. And a huge thank you to Buxom for sending me over their newest lip collection. And that's everything that I have for my haul today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.